What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy Goblin, and today we're coming in with a very special hoot and holler, a very unique video. Today we're going to be talking about the ultimate $40 Crackhead Loadout. Now I'll explain to everyone here what exactly that even means in just a moment. But before I dive into that, I do want to mention real quick. Merch is now live, baby. Go get your hands on some exclusive Goblin merch. None of it costs more than $40. It's beautiful, it's affordable, it's high quality. Oh, them hoodies are perfect for the winter. If you want to get it as a Christmas gift, make sure you order it within the next week or so it doesn't arrive after Christmas. Hey, get your orders in now. Links at the top of the description. Thank you guys so much for showing love on that merch drop. I'm not going to ramble on forever about it. Let's dive right into it. So, there's a few things that I need to establish before we really dive into the bulk of this video. First, I need to explain what a Crackhead Loadout is. So here's what I'm trying to do here. You wake up one day, the average Goblin viewer, okay? I know how you guys are. You're just like me when I was young, right? You're just like me when I was, in my peak crackhead stage, okay? I'd wake up every day, my car's on redline, I'd have maybe 20 or 40 bucks, and have to figure out what to do. I'd have to figure out how I'm getting as zooted as humanly possible with no gas in my tank and no money, right? So today, I'm going to give you a play-by-play on the ultimate, supreme $40 Crackhead Loadout. If you guys want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comment section. Hope you guys do enjoy. Let's dive into it. So, let's establish some rules here. There's a couple really important rules. First, you're obviously not buying designer weed. I know I'm going to get a bunch of comments like, oh, Goblin, man, I'd rather just get some runs. Your plug's not busting open his pre-packaged fucking eighth to sell you a gram, all right? We're operating on the assumption that you have $40. You're not putting the whole $40 to weed because you're a crackhead. You need more than one drug, all right? Therefore, you're going to be buying some fairly average weed, but it'll get you stoned, some mid, if you will. Rule number 2. You're not buying in bulk, so you're paying the hefty tax for everything. For example, if you're buying one tab of acid, we're operating on the assumption that you're not getting a homie discount, you're not getting like a frequent flyer discount because you have 40 bucks. You're not balling, you're not buying every day. And obviously you're not buying bulk. So we're operating on the assumption that you're paying as if you're buying one of everything with no special deals. 10 bucks for a tab, let's say. If you're buying just 1 gram of weed, maybe you're paying anywhere from like 10 to 15 bucks, like 10 bucks, let's say. 15 if you're getting some really good shit, but we'll go with 10. $5 for a bar, etc. Rule number 3. There's no throwing in with homies or combining money, all right? In this video, $40 is $40, all right? We're not going to go with all the what ifs, I could just combine my 40 with no homie Goblin. No. There's plenty of days where that just ain't a possibility, because sometimes, even though you only got 40, you're the richest one in the friend group still. Hey, next rule. We're going to operate on the assumption that if you even have a car, your car is probably an early 90s to early 2000s Honda or Toyota, and the gas is definitely on redline, and you probably need an oil change. So, you either need $5 for gas, or if you don't own a car, you're throwing for a homie to pick you up, which still requires $5 to the tank. So, either way, right off the bat, $5 deducted, no matter what. Let's dive into it. So, right off the bat, as stated, you've got $5 down, right? You got $5 down because you got to get gas. So let's operate on the assumption that you have a car, right? You got a 280,000 mile Honda Civic, all right? Hey, that baby will get the job done. You could probably squeeze another fucking 50K out of that thing, You drive over to the sketchy marathon station on the bad side of town because they always have the widest selection of wraps, and you put $5 in the tank. You go in there and you grab some blunts, okay? You got 35 bucks in your pocket. You're browsing the scene. Obviously, we're not buying backwoods. You're not going to have enough weed to fill that up, and that costs far too much money. Backwoods are off the table, okay? We're looking at more of the kind of swishers or the games or maybe a Dutch or something like that. Personally, I'm going to say we're smoking some mid, grab a Swisher. You can't go wrong, all right? So let's say you grab a pack of Swishers, and then you need a beverage, right? You're going to be smoking it a bit. Go grab yourself a nice little Mango Arizona, okay? That's the personal recommendation. You're down to $33 now. You just dropped $2 on your drink and your blunt, and you dropped $5 in the tank. So now, You got to go back to your car and you sit down, right? It's your average crackhead day, and you realize it's time to buy the real drugs, okay? You got $30 in your pocket, and you want to get so zooted you don't remember much, all right? So you got to investigate. You got to hit up all the plugs. You got to browse the Snapchat stories, and you realize real quickly, all right? Coke and lean, things like that, far out of the budget. Shrooms are realistically also not a possibility because typically a shroom plug's only selling like eighths as a minimum, because an eighth is, you can get an eighth of shrooms for like $25 from a plug, 25 or $30. Problem is we only have 40. We need weed too. We can't do that, We need money left over for weed. That's a key component of this. So we're going to say shrooms are fairly off the table here, right? Assuming that you need to eat, let's say 3 grams to have a trip that you want to achieve. So now you got some options here, all right? Now, depending on what your guys' preferences are, you can grab yourself some pills, you can grab some bars, you can grab something like that. You can grab some Molly. You could even grab some crack or some meth, even some heroin. This is the crackhead rendition, okay? This is the crackhead loadout. There's no shame in grabbing any of the above. Bath salts, do what you gotta do. PCP, listen. Make it happen, all right? Ketamine's a little expensive. Typically, your plug's not going to come out and serve you a bump unless you're good friends with him. And like I said earlier, one of the rules is we're not getting any favors from these plugs. They're just in it for our money, right? So that's not happening. So my personal recommendation is rolling with the acid, and here's why. Let's say you pick the pills, right? Okay, you get like 3 or 4 bars. That's fine and dandy. Maybe that's a good deal. But personally, I'm not a pill head. Acid's good bang for your buck. You trip balls for a long time. You trip balls hard. You make it last, right? This is the supreme loadout, and there's nothing better that'll just get you right for the longest time than a couple tabs of acid. So, obviously, the next step is to hit up your acid plug. And let's say he's charging $10 for 1 tab, like I said earlier. There's a good chance you could probably get a 2 for 15 kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? There's a decent chance, unless your plug is really a douchebag. It's a fairly common thing. I've seen a lot of plugs that I know do that kind of thing. If you're buying just 1, you're going to pay the tax. But if you get 2, then they'll make it a little lighter on you. So let's operate on the premise that you're pulling 2 tabs for $15, right? You're now down to $18 left, right? You had 33, you drop your 15. You now got $18. This is where the crunch time comes in, my gamers, okay? This is where now you've got to really make some important decisions, okay? You've got your acid. You absolutely must have weed for your trip. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you say, no, I don't. Listen, whether you want to smoke it while you're tripping or you want to smoke it after you're coming down, you're going to want a blunt or a joint or a bong or something like that. You're going to want something along those lines. And also, the reason I mentioned a pack of wraps earlier is because we're also kind of operating on the assumption that you're not riding around with a big, nice bong. A blunt is kind of the classic crackhead way to smoke. And it's the way, all right? It's the way. It's the way we're going with here. So, you drop $15 more at the bud plug, right? You hit up your weed man, Mr. Marty Mid, whoever the hell you can call up who can serve you for the low. And let's say you get 2 grams for $15 of some pretty mid kush, or maybe, 2 G's for 15 is pretty fair for some pretty mid pack, right? Nothing to write home about. You pull up and you ask him what it is, and he says OG. Whenever they say that, you're in for a ride, all right? So you got your 2 grams of quote-unquote alleged OG in your pocket. We'll call it the sketchy OG, if you will, all right? Now we got that. We got $3 left. Now, many of you guys think this is where I just say, all right, the video ends. Not at all, because the $3, listen, the less money you have, the more innovative you got to get, okay? So you're down to $3 now. You got 2 grams of bud in your pocket. You got 2 tabs of acid. You got a mango Arizona. You got a pack of blunts, and you got a beverage. You got you got everything. I already mentioned the beverage. I said it twice. Either way, you got everything you need at this point, but you still have $3. Now, there's a few ways to go. If you're hungry, sure, you could go to McDonald's and finesse. And one thing you could do with that $3 is go to McDonald's and place an order. And then when you get up to the first window, you pay for your order. And then when you get up to the second window, you tell them that you had 2 orders. And if they ask what the second order was, just drive off after you get the first one. Say you had 2 orders after they hand you the first. Me and my friends used to do this all the time. We'd steal people's food when we were broke, literally all the time. It is what it is. Or Option number 2 with your last $3. Let's say you're not hungry. Maybe you chose the meth or the crack. Obviously, you're not hungry at this point, so you're going to take that $3 and go somewhere else. Now, with your last $3, ride over to your crack or your heroin plug's general vicinity, where they serve from. It's more than likely not in a very nice area. Don't go directly to them. You don't need anything from them yet. But just drive around the area, and within maybe a 2 to 3 block radius, you should find some people shooting dice in an alley or something along those lines. Get out of your car, or your friend's car, whatever it is, and go shoot some dice with your $3. Listen, if you already chose the crack or meth plug, then obviously there's nothing wrong with you just walking up to sketchy dudes in an alley shooting dice. You've probably done it many a times before. So get in there, dude. Turn that 3 to 30 and repeat the whole fucking process. Hey, those are the 2 options you have. Realistically, other than that, yeah, you could argue, yeah, maybe pocket the 3, but what the hell are you going to do with that? Don't be an idiot. Don't be stupid. Make the most of that $3. Go crazy with it. Go cuckoo with it. Or just get some more drinks later in the night. That's also a good idea. Or get a Black and Mild to smoke while you're tripping. Who knows? That's kind of the more struggle option, though. Those are kind of gross, dude. That's the crackhead option for the crackhead video. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed the ultimate $40 crackhead loadout. Once again, baby, hey, you get that Mango Arizona, that pack of blunts. You get that 2 grams of Marty Mid, the sketchy OG. You get 2 tabs of acid, and you either go shoot dice in the vicinity of your crack plug, or you go to McDonald's and steal. One of the 2. It's the ultimate method of success. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Drop a like if you did, and don't forget, go cop your merch, baby. Links in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, gamers.